Northwest Premier Job Mokgoro says his administration will act on corruption. He's announced the province will establish an investigation unit to tackle the issue. Mokgoro delivered his State of the Province address yesterday. That's despite earlier being suspended by the provincial ANC along with 4 of his colleagues. My colleague, eNCA reporter Kaelihle Khumalo, is in Mahikeng in the Northwest. He's joining us now live from there. Good morning, Kaya. Well, it's the morning after the State of the Province address. I wonder if there's been any more commentary and what's the sentiment in Mahikeng today after Job Mokhoro's speech.
Well, that's right, Braden. So in terms of the reaction so far, we got an opportunity to interact with the residents here in Mahikeng. So there are a litany of challenges really facing this particular municipality. You know that it's one of those municipalities where the provincial government had to invoke 139 section of the constitution where they tried to intervene and trying to restore the state of service delivery in making sure that the provision of water, the upgrade of roads, for example, are some of the priorities. So, in fact, the Premier really painted a bit of a very bleak picture about the current state of service delivery, especially because there are so many challenges. So, for example, he went as far as indicating that some of the contractors who are responsible for shoddy work will be blacklisted from doing work with the state. And another key issue around the drought in this province is that now all municipalities must design master plan that must be submitted before the province. But when it comes to issues around corruption, Braden, so there will be this forensic unit that is going to work in terms of trying to curb the scourge of corruption. So we got an opportunity to speak to the province's MEC responsible for cooperative governance, and this is what he had to say.
We are making means to support municipalities that are having financial difficulties, not only with human capital but also with finances. We have conditions that they must comply to so that we can deploy the resources to those municipalities. But we are contemplating to have a state implementing agency doing the work directly, because there is a problem of management of cash flows at the level of the municipality. So we cannot just drop the money, it will disappear.
There are lots of challenges there, and amongst them, of course, the whole corruption issue. But there's a power play as well that we've witnessed in Mahikeng, with Job Mokgoro being suspended by the party that he belongs to, that deployed him there, but he's still the Premier. I don't know if that came up as an issue in some of the reaction that you've picked up, Kaya, because it doesn't bode well for the future of that capital of Northwest.
Precisely, Braden, because when you go back to 2018, we saw massive unrest in this part of the country, and when Premier Mokgoro took over, there was an assurance that he's going to be a compromise candidate in terms of the factions within the ranks of the ANC. So that was a dominant question. So when I asked him whether is he still at the helm, is he still in charge, he said to me, look, he's still enjoying support within ANC, and we do know that currently, this is one of the provinces where the governing party, the ANC, doesn't have a PEC. So more than 2 times they've tried to elect the provincial executive committee, but they have not been able to succeed to that effect. And also we spoke to the provincial convener of the ANC, and she said to me, look, at this point, ANC members are really working so hard in terms of making sure that there is unity within the party, especially because they're trying so hard to fix the current situation that really doesn't bode well for the province. But so far, Premier Mokgoro says he's enjoying support within the ANC, and he will continue to account to the party. But in terms of his future, I mean, obviously it's still anybody's guess as to what's going to happen to that effect. But we can assure you, Braden, during the course of the morning, we're going to continue talking to the community members just to gauge their sentiments. Is there any sense of hope? Are they seeing a new direction? Because a lot of people here, they are so disillusioned about the current state of affairs. A lot of people, they're saying politicians have been coming with empty promises, and there's nothing really changing just on the ground.
Yeah, thank you very much, Khayelitsha Khumalo. I can't resist saying this. Mokgoro keeps his job. Thank you very much. He's out in Mahikeng. Now, the Congress